Bashar,
And do you good day.
thank you so much. I feel very lucky to be up here again.
Oh, all right. Thank you for your synchronicity.
Um, it's also synchronistic that my question is very similar to his first question.
Oh, all right.
So I want to talk a little bit about ego desires.
Ego.
So to give you an example,
Yes.
I also met someone and am now very attached in a negative way. I feel very like I need this person in my life or else I won't have as much fun or I won't be as happy or
Oh.
and I know consciously that it doesn't make sense,
But
but it's boring without that person.
really, so you believe that you're boring.
No, but
You just said it's boring without that person. You understand there's no such thing as a boring situation, only bored minds.
okay.
So you're saying that you are boring without them.
Yeah, I guess it's just like I enjoy the experience of it.
That's a different thing. That doesn't mean you're boring without them.
But
But what?
it's painful when, like I have an experience with this person and then I want more of that experience, but
And what prevents more of the experience from occurring?
I guess it just doesn't feel like it's in my control
Because
because
the other person,
it has, you know,
what?
their own guidance system and
Yes,
needs and yada yada.
yada yada. And so you are not trusting your synchronicity. You're not trusting what the relationship is actually for. You think it needs to be for something else
Mm,
other than what it is for, which is to put you in touch with the things that you believe you're missing.
great. That's my second question.
There you go.
Thank you.
So, what do you believe you're missing?
So I very much feel that I'm moving into this phase of my life where I need to be comfortable being seen.
Being seen. What's so uncomfortable about being seen? And being seen by whom? And for what reason?
I'm not really sure yet, but
Sure you are.
okay. Maybe in the work that I do.
Which is?
Um, I do hypnotherapy and
Is
help
this your
people.
passion?
Yes,
All
very
right. Are
much.
you doing it in the most passionate way you can?
Right now, I feel like I'm ready to take it to a bigger level. It's starting to
All
run out.
right. And you're willing to act on that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. And so,
So it almost feels like jumping off a cliff because
all
I
right.
know that it's necessary for me to be seen and be
Do you have a
comfortable.
parachute? Which means, do you have a belief system that will allow you to know that you will land safely? Because if you don't believe that, don't jump. Because you have to honor your belief system that you're holding on to until such time as you give yourself the time to practice acting on your passion to the degree where you know that it will support you if you make the jump. If you don't know that, don't jump.
Do you have any perspective in mind?
Well, yes, I actually just said it, but I'll rephrase it. Take the time to act on your passion on the next level to whatever degree you can, to let it prove to you it can support you so that you will realize that it won't be such a big jump when you make the transition. Let it prove that it can support you by acting on it to the best you can within the parameters of the belief system you're holding on to. Give it a chance to prove
Okay.
itself.
So it's okay if I don't understand 100% or
Of
don't know.
course, it's okay. There's no reason to judge yourself for having judgment.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're just compounding the judgment you have on yourself.
That's a really good point.
So if you're going to judge yourself, say, all right, I'm judging myself. All right. So what? Don't
Okay.
add more judgment to it. Otherwise, you're making the process take longer.
That makes a lot of sense.
I know.
Um,
Astonishing, isn't it? How things can make sense when you just look at them a different way, when you let them be obvious.
I just think maybe you're extra smart. I'm not sure.
I am not extra smart. I just know that I am.
Okay.
When you know that you are, you will experience being extra smart. You are all extra smart. Remember, it's a myth that you only use 10% of your brains. You use 100% of your brains to make it seem like you're only using 10%. That's how clever you are. But if you know that that is just a sham, then you'll realize how smart you are, because you know you have to be very smart to fool yourself to make it seem like you're only using 10% of your brain. That takes a lot of brains.
Well, I'm going to be very smart and bring up one last topic.
All right.
So, being in the now is really important, obviously. That's all there is.
Yes.
And I've noticed that I'm having a harder time recalling memories and even
Congratulations.
even things that I am inspired by. It's like the next week
That's
I
all
can't
right.
remember.
Remember, we have no memory at all. We know what we need to know when we need to know it. Not a second before, but not a second later.
But sometimes I feel I'm not able to express that in my speech. Like I miss the word or I can't
You'll get
remember.
used to it and you'll know what to say. Right now, the difficulty you're having is just because you think you're supposed to be holding on to your memory in a certain way, and it doesn't actually serve you to do so. So you're just kind of dragging your heels. That's why you're having that experience. But you'll get used to it.
Okay.
You will. Just be okay with yourself. Be okay with what's happening. Be okay with what is. As soon as you are okay with what is happening will change. The only reason what is happening keeps happening is because you won't let it change by not being okay with what it is. Because
Damn,
you're
I
not
feel like
getting
that's my
out of it.
lesson.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Too smart. Okay. Well, thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Chat later.
It's okay to be okay with what is, even if what is happening is what you don't prefer. You have to know it must be happening for a reason that you do prefer. And by staying in the state where you know that what you don't prefer is happening for a reason you do prefer, will allow you to extract from what you don't prefer what you do prefer. Because it must be there for a reason, if only for no other reason than to allow you more clarity about the difference between what you don't and do prefer. That's reason enough for something you don't prefer to show up. And that's a positive reason. Use it that way, and it will go on its way because you used up the reason it's there. By refusing to believe it belongs in your life, you make it stick around longer than it needs to because you're not getting the message. You're not getting the reason. You're not using it in the way you could be. And it'll stick around until you do because you're the one that invited it, because it's what you need. Remember, what you need is far more important than what you think you want. Because if you are going to want, at the least, want what you need. Because what you need is what will get you where you prefer to be. Whereas what you want sometimes will allow you to be moving in circles. Because sometimes the way that you hold on to certain belief systems, you can't always tell if what you want is actually aligned with what you really need. Sometimes the ego goes negative and thinks that what it wants is what it needs, and that's not often the case. But what you need will be given to you through synchronicity, and what you need will allow you to experience a life of joy and ease. So go for what you need. You will get everything that is relevant for you to get. Nothing will be left out. That's how it works. That's the definition of passion. It's self-contained and self-perpetuating. It leaves nothing out. It's a complete kit. It is absolutely intelligent. It is intelligence itself. So,
Hi, Bashar.
and to you, good day.
Oh my God. Actually, I don't have any question.
Oh, all right, goodbye.
Okay.
No, just kidding.
Okay. But
What would you like to discuss?
Um,
Or what would you like to say?
I'm glad to be here tonight
All
with my
right.
son over
Yes.
there.
No, all right.
Yes, and
Is that the name of your son over there?
yes, Yui.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Yes.
Hello over there.
Uh,
Yes. Anything else?
no, I just
You just
feel
wanted
glad
to
to
say
be here.
hello?
Yes, and I feel I wanted to feel your energy.
Well, do you?
Yes, I feel right now, so I'm glad to be
All
here.
right. But you know what you're feeling? Your
Explain.
energy.
Oh,
Because you're matching our frequency.
yeah.
And that's why you think it's ours.
Oh,
But it's yours.
okay.
Big
Thank you.
secret.
Okay. Thank you so
Don't
much.
tell anyone.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
You are so very welcome.
Okay.